What's good, y'all? It's your boy Jalen here on another episode of Elevated Minds. Today's episode is going to be called How to Get Over an Ex. Yes, this is going to be a good one for y'all. Everybody has gone through some type of heartbreak, you know what I mean? And a lot of us, we get stuck in this, like, how do we get through it? So this is going to be coming from someone that's been through a lot of heartbreak. I've had a lot of different relationships in my life. I'm 31, and so I've been through a decent amount of relationships and heartbreak. I only actually started dating when I was 18, but you know, I had a late start. But I've been through maybe I think I've had maybe 6 or 7 serious relationships, and I've learned something with each and every one of them, and I know how to get through them, and I want to be able to help you guys to do the same thing. So stick with me with this video if you guys are having trouble getting through an ex, or getting over an ex, or if you're still going through a breakup or anything like that. This video is for you. I hope I can help you out here, and let's go on and dive into this video. So, how to get over an ex. We've all had these issues before where, you know, something's gone wrong. Everything was so great, and you know, you really love this person, you really wanted to be with this person, everything's just wonderful, you got butterflies every time you see them and all this type of stuff, and then, you know, they do something to cheat, you know, maybe cheat on you, or maybe, you know, you guys grow apart after many years, or you find that you guys are just on 2 different pages. You know what I'm saying? You're not on the same wavelength. You're over here, this person's over here, that y'all going separate ways. You know, there's all types of different things that happen in relationships. You know, things happen. Maybe you guys realize you're not compatible anymore, and you just are stuck on it because maybe the sex is really good and you don't want to let go of them, and you keep going back to the ex. You keep texting them when you're drunk and things like that. But it's best to just go on and cut it off. I'm telling you, if you have feelings of confusion or pain or hurt, or you know, the bad outweighs the good, it's most likely time to cut it off. Cut it off, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to give you guys different ways that you can get over your ex. And let's go on and do it. So first thing, stop following them on social media. Even if you're not following them, or if you're still following them, don't, you know, lurk on their stories and, you know, go through their pictures all the time and all this stuff. You know, don't do all that. Stop going through, you know, trying to figure out what they're doing and all this stuff. I ain't telling you gotta block them, because I actually don't have any of my exes blocked, even the ones that have done some pretty crazy stuff. But yeah, you just don't want to follow them, because what you're doing is that cord you're trying to break, that cord you're trying to cut between them, you're still holding on to that little string, because you're still going back and trying to see what they're doing. What are you up to? Are they with someone else? You know, and you do this every day, and then you finally see that one picture or that one story where they're booed up with their new boo. You know what I'm saying? They're making out or kissing, holding hands, going on dates. They look happy, they're smiling, and it's not you. And you're going to crush yourself even more because you're watching that stuff. So just do yourself a favor and just stop following. Either stop following them or just don't look. Don't look. You know what I'm saying? You can mute, you know, their notifications. There's things you can do. There, you know, ways that you don't have to actually block them if that's not what you want to do. I would say block the person if they're harassing you, or, you know, doing things to be vindictive and stuff like that. Go on ahead and block them. But if they're not doing anything like that, and you know, you guys are just, you know, you're broken up and they're just moving on and stuff like that, it's time for you to move on too. So you have to really make sure that you're not watching their every step and lurking and stalking them and stuff like that. Don't Facebook and Instagram stalk them. Just stop, okay? That's the number one. It's really gonna help you. Number 2, really need to pick up some hobbies. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're really hung up on an ex, a lot of times it's we've given them more energy than we've, you know, been putting into ourselves on other things. Like, you know, you might have loved to paint, you might have loved to play video games, you might have loved to go out in, you know, nature, go to the beach or hang out with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Get back into whatever hobbies that you were doing before. Get back into that, and, you know, you're going to start feeling, you know, a piece of you come back. Because a lot of times we put so much of ourselves and other people in that ex. that we kind of lose yourself. You don't want to lose yourself in a relationship. So sometimes, but it does happen. I've done it. We've all done it. So when that does happen, and you're letting that ex go, try and pick up a hobby or something. If you're into music and you're into singing or guitar or anything, get back into what it is that you loved, and that's going to really kind of soothe your heartbreak a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I've personally done. Get back into the things that you used to love, and I guarantee you it's going to kind of soothe a piece of that broken heart that you have. So that's number 2. Next thing that you can do, you definitely want to get some friends, or your friends that you might have neglected during the relationship. You might want to reconnect with an old friend or some other friends that you used to hang out with. If they're positive, you don't want to just hook up with anybody, but you want to get back in with your friends and stuff like that. You do the things that you used to do before. Start hanging out, going out places. Y'all used to go to venues and concerts and whatever. Start getting yourself out there. You don't want to just sit around the house. You know what I'm saying? Sitting around the house, just doing the same thing every day, and secluding yourself from people is really gonna be bad for you, because that's gonna make you what? Miss your ex, and then you're gonna scroll on the Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, and then all the feelings come back, and then next thing you know, you done finished 2 bottles of wine, and you hitting them up, you calling them and stuff, texting them at midnight and saying I miss you, come through. Stop reopening those wounds, man. Just make sure that you can do something that's gonna keep your mind off. So, all right. Next thing you can do, you really just want to make sure that you can heal. Take some time off. A lot of times people, what they want to do is hop right into another relationship. They might want to, find someone to replace this person. Just don't do that. It's not good. The other person is going to end up being more hurt than you are, because you're going to end up comparing this person to your ex, because you're not over the ex. Don't ever use somebody else to get over your ex. Use some time. Make sure you got time to heal. Some people are like, oh yeah, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm gonna get back out here, I'm going to the club, I'm gonna find me somebody else, I'm about to go have sex with 5 different people, I don't care, and I'm gonna show them. You're not showing them nothing. You're hurting yourself by going around and just adding bodies to your account for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's just what you want to do. If that's what you want to do, I'm not here to condemn nobody. I'm just trying to tell you, I've been through breakups, and I'm telling you right now, going around and just hooking up is not going to help you. It's not going to help. You might feel, better right then. You're like, oh, I've got them now. You know what I'm saying? I feel better. It's momentarily, because then you're going to be like, dang, but it's not the same. You remember how it was with them, and, let yourself heal. Let yourself kind of get them out of your system, and, just really just don't try and mask it by doing reckless things. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Next thing, you might want to even have, if you haven't got closure with them, maybe try and get some type of closure. Maybe you guys fought and then it was just abrupt. I've had that happen before, where me and the ex got into a really bad fight, and then it was just like, that's it. I blocked her, she blocked me, terrible. And then you feel bad the next day or two when the heat goes down and you're not so angry. You're like, man, I wish I shouldn't have been that rude. I should have said this. I shouldn't have said those mean things. If you feel like that, or you feel like there wasn't closure, maybe you need some closure. So, maybe meet somewhere, see if they're okay with meeting you somewhere, and you guys get on the same page and talk it out. I'm not talking about working it out. I'm just talking it out to where you guys can get to a point to where, okay, we're good. I'm sorry that I shouldn't have said these things. We just didn't work out. Me and my ex, my very recent ex, we broke up a little over a year ago, year and some change now. And we spoke about the things that happened maybe 5 months ago, something like that. And, it was actually pretty therapeutic to, after all that time, we actually were able to come back and talk about it. And, we already had both started talking to other people by this point. And we're not, I wouldn't say that I'm definitely over her, but I still got love for her. Oh, I got love for all of my exes, because, They were women that came into my life at certain different times, and it was a certain different me, in those different times. And so I don't have anything against any of my exes, and the reason for that is because we all, at least most of us, now I think about it, we've talked about it, we acknowledged what happened, and we're cool. You don't have to be an enemy of your ex just because y'all broke up and y'all didn't work out. You can still be cool. I'm not saying you gotta be going out for drinks and getting brunch, together every weekend. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you see them in the store, you can be cordial and say, hey, what's up? How you been? How you doing? How you feeling? And, dap them up or whatever, hug, and then keep it moving. You don't have to, be like, nope, I don't even see them, acting like you didn't see them and ignoring and stuff like that and feeling bitter. If you still feel bitter, there's some things you gotta, check in. That's another thing. You need to make sure you're not bitter and carrying that into your next relationship, because you can take time off to heal. You know what I'm saying? You could take time off to heal and, heal, and you really haven't healed anything. If you think about them and you still like, man, I can't believe they did that to me. I can't believe that and you still getting tensed up about it. You might not be healed yet. My ex did a lot of crazy things to me, and a couple of my exes did a lot of crazy things to me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I also understand about the way it happened and the things that happened, and I've said things that I shouldn't have said that triggered the people that I was with, and so there's we have to take our responsibility for the things that we did in the relationship as well. So anybody that just says it's their fault, it's all them, was it all them? Sometimes it was. I'm not saying that. Sometimes people are abusive and things like that. I'm not saying that. So, but I'm just saying, sometimes make sure you can, take the responsibility for your part as well, and just sit back and look at it for what it was, outside of your anger, outside of your hurt and pain. Look at it for really what it was, and make sure you're not holding that and harboring that anger and bitterness and bringing that right into your next relationship, because it could have been 2 years ago, and then you go to your next relationship, and the next thing they're like, why are they acting like that? Like, why are you so, you act so tense with me, or you get so triggered when I say this or do things like this, and I'm not coming off that way on purpose, or you might hold some type of anger and come at lash out and things like that because you're still holding that inside. If that's you really need to check on that before you hop into a relationship, or if you're in a relationship and you noticed it, then deal with that, or talk to your partner, and maybe you guys can work something out to where you guys can work on that self-healing. But self-healing is really for you. If you're already in a new relationship, it's kind of hard to do. I won't say it's hard, it's just not super easy to deal with self-healing, but if you have a supportive partner, then anything is possible. So you know what I'm saying, you just don't want to get to a point where you're bringing that bitterness or anything like that and projecting that onto your new partner, because they didn't do it. The old partner did that, but you need to let it go. You need to let go. Anything that happened in the past, you need to let it go, release it. You're holding on to dead weight that is holding you back from getting to your future. Your past should never hold back your future. It's as simple as that. That's it. It's night and day. So I think that's all I pretty much got for y'all today. If you guys have any other topics or any comments on this, put it down below. I'd love to hear from y'all, and I'd love to do some topics that you guys are interested in as well. So follow me on my social media. All that stuff's gonna be down below. Subscribe, like this video if I helped, and we're gonna see you guys the next time. So y'all be good, stay blessed, stay elevated.